with how long I've been out of the game, a whole lot of me not knowing what to play, how to play, or what's new or what's old. Thank God for Metropole Grid and the Reddit, or otherwise I would be completely in the dark. Nevertheless, there has been some stuff that has gotten me excited. I love the idea of building an HP core damage deck, but that's not what we're doing today. There's a card that I have been convinced is terrible, just ever since it was spoiled, and that is World Tree. And I'll pull it up for you now so you can all see it. World Tree costs 6, which is very expensive, and takes up 2 MU, which is a lot, and can't trash itself for value, specifically disables that, so you're not recouping cost because you have it there. But it does let you get 3 credits and an install from your deck, so roughly 3 credits and a draw with a tutor effect, as long as you trash another card on the board. So, optimally, once per turn, you gain 3 credits value, which is good, I guess, and that's kinda all I thought of it. Then I started experimenting with it more and more, and I've came to a few realizations. The first and perhaps more important was Mayfly. Mayfly is a one-time use program. Use it, it's gone. With World Tree, it can be upgraded to a Buzzsaw, Cleaver, Bugalter, these 3 credit programs that are so powerful. Flame Out plus Mayfly is an obvious combo. Everybody knows about this one, so I won't belabor it. Um, World Tree turns all of that into pure gas. You get that, and then you get to go in again and again and again in value. So I started building a Cabanessa Woo deck, and then I made some more mods to it, basically to make sure that I had low cost stuff that I could install and high cost stuff to convert it into. And that kind of became a game plan, and I don't think it's particularly good. To me, this felt like very much jank tier, not good or excellent by any stretch of imagination. Uh, hmm, so I'm gonna have a hard time dealing with that tabbing. But nevertheless, it did seem worth pursuing deeper and further. Like I wasn't sure what I was gonna do with it. And then Deer posted this list, and it's just perfect. This literally does everything I was thinking of, but better. You got nice long-term value resources, a lot of leaning into the cheaper. Reaver is just a god tier addition to this concept because you're trashing stuff constantly, so you gain more value. Um, the rig is cleaner. Echelon's a better pick for sure. And I will admit freely, I don't remember all of these all the time. Like, I'm very new to the I feel new to the card pool, so I make mistakes and forget stuff. Arbinger was a genius idea to add because you can Aesops it for days if you're having a hard time finding stuff. And because you're Cabanessa, you can always click, install something, run, up convert it. So I guess I don't know how to play the deck super well. Oh, and he definitely fixed the MU problem by just adding more MU sources. I don't know how to play the deck super well, but I want to play this deck well, and that is sometimes more valuable than anything else, is just having a desire to play the deck well. Um, I'm gonna add DJ Fenris and Beth Kilrain Chang because Steve value is so wonderful when you can get it. If I have to cut an influence, I'm thinking I might cut Clot. I recognize that's the wrong choice. It's just my wrong choice. Or pinhole threading, which again, it's a wrong choice, but it's my wrong choice. So that's what I'm gonna do. I threw in a technical writer because I like the concept. It may be a terrible choice in the end, but I can always sell it off to the World Tree or get 10 installs and make value. So I would rather try Deer's version of the deck than mine and just play World Tree for a while and see where we end up. So that's kind of my game plan for today. And let me see if I can detach these windows without breaking everything. It looks like I have managed to not break everything. Are we still streaming? Yes, stream is okay. Good. This way, if anybody joins comments, I'm easily able to respond in chat. But right now, it looks like we've got nobody watching, so no pressure. Yay! Um, I don't think this deck is, in the end, going to be the deck to beat or anything like that. It does have tech cards that help it win various situations, so there's the core of something good here. It does have consistency in that as long as you open with money, you can drop a world tree down, so that's good. Good luck, have fun, FYI, streaming, and we'll just give him 5 seconds to change his mind, and he is not changing his mind, so okay, in we go. Ooh, outfit. So outfit usually is on borehole, fast advance, and a lot of bad publicity. And to you. I'm opening here with no money, but a reaver. It's very tempting, but with no money, I'm not going to be able to get down the world tree efficiently. I think I'm going to end up regretting it if I go for this. So I'm going to mulligan for money. I can always get stuff. Well, I didn't get a bad hand at all. I've got double gas, creative commission money, and the SMC. So we're good here. This is definitely a good opener. Oh man, that is loud. You guys are probably not going to hear the in-game audio. That's fine. I don't need you to hear the in-game audio as much as I need to hear it. Let's draw three. Oh my god. Okay, the poker gods have smiled on me by giving me money, but frowned on me by giving me all the SMCs in hand. So we're gonna go money. Telework contract, probably. Yeah, telework contract's fine. And creative commission. Next turn is our first world tree turn, presumably. Oh, okay, he's taking bad pub early? Did you mean to score that? I can't imagine what else he would do that would have a double advance, but, let's be polite. Uh, hmm. I mean, there's no way I don't run it. This hand is air. I can lose most of this and be happy. So money, run, remove 2 tags is a possibility. Uh, understood. Uh, money, run, not to. You know what? It's probably a program he thinks I can't steal. If I drop SMC, upgrade it into the world tree, drop another SMC, run, access, SMC, SMC, run, and then correct whatever goes wrong in my last click, that's probably reasonable. It's probably reasonable. So let's fish out the last SMC, deck thinning effect in action, and we will turn that into the world tree. Then we'll fish out SMC, run the server, breach. That was reasonable to guess. The server no longer exists, therefore I cannot get credit for running it. And he has money, and I don't. What should I do? I can click for 3 credits in hand, or I can run archives and upconvert this to a breaker of unknown value. I feel like taking money I can do anytime, and upconverting I won't have as many opportunities because he's gonna ice up R&D or archives for sure. So I would rather take the archives this turn, breach, and upconvert. And what am I most worried about him pulling out right now? None of these are gonna help me win the match. I could go with the Reaver. That might not be the wrong choice. That's gonna be 2, 3 card draws over time. Huzzah. I think I need to start assembling a rig. No, I don't. I don't. I'm not gonna have a lot of MU to spare. So And I need to keep Mayfly open as a possibility, which means I need to find him. Yeah, so this was a huge misplay. I should not have locked out my MU from the ability to run Mayfly. Not this early. So do I Arbinger here? Seems poor. Here's the plan, guys. Because I'm new at this and I'm gonna mess up, I'm gonna go ahead and start off by just playing it nice and slow and hoping I get things in the right order and then learn from my mistakes rather than try and get it right the first time and get overly agonized about it. It's been a long time since I've played good Netrunner, so I'm just gonna have to accept that I'm gonna be playing some bad Netrunner before I play good Netrunner. Economic Warfare HHN tags death would be very painful. I wonder if that's where this is going. Well, it's not. Good. We need money. So diesel, overclock money, Parhelion. We didn't get the flameouts that I want. I really want flameout Mayfly, Cyberdelia, fun stuffs, and I'm not getting it. So where do we go from here? We got some money. I'm gonna discard the Maker's Eye. Clearly, we're not drawing that anytime soon. So yeah, plan to discard that and go for something else. We are gonna discard Conduit as well. That's fine. All right, now we have some money. Let's discard Maker's Eye. We're probably not going to have enough MU to put SMC down anytime soon, so let's pitch that too. You know what I just realized? I can click for Arbinger and then use that as my trash a card, get a card. But again, because he's iced me out so well, I'm not going to be able to get in. Oh man, 20 credit hostile takeover is so bad. Money, draw. Aesop's is good. I can sell this for 3 credits for free. I can. There's not much else. Install Creative Commission is reasonable. Install is reasonable. I do need to do the Creative Commission last click. So let's drop the Parisia, which is really just a dud, since I'm intending to trash it soon. We're getting our credit total up slowly but surely. I think what I did wrong. Hang on a second. Both today. I think what I did wrong here was trashing the SMC to upgrade it to a breaker blindly was a mistake. I would have been better served trashing or keeping the SMC running R&D or HQ and then breaking whatever was there so that I knew what breaker to get. Then he would have been even worse off locking me out. Because he could have anything. He could have trebuchets loaded. Oh, please, please let it be another hostile takeover. It's not. Okay. This time I'm fairly convinced he's just bluffing me, so I'm not going to worry about it. Click to draw. What am I trying to find? I'm trying to find hardware. I'm trying to specifically find Cyberdelia. Or I can't run blind into a sentry and lose the cleaver. That's such a liability. So I'm definitely playing this ass backwards. I need to not do that again. All right, Aesop's is fine. We can trash the Parisia with Aesop's for 3 credits, or we can upconvert later. If this is a bluff and it's actually a 5-3, I'm going to be very impressed. I don't think that's the case. But he's correct to not use it yet. He knows I'm not likely to be able to trash it. And if it baits out a run, it's a click. This requires a central server run? No, any successful run. Oof. So he is about 10 cards deep in his deck. And only one agenda. So there's almost certainly an agenda in hand. I'm surprised he didn't. Oh, he's probably going for an install next turn as opposed to now. Let's go ahead and Aesop's, please. The Parisia. and take clicks. Do I just keep drawing? It feels terrible to just keep drawing like this. It's literally not what my deck is for. But what else can I do? I've locked myself into a position where I have to do this. I can't Mayfly because I don't have the MU. I can't risk a sentry killing off all my stuff. Maybe I have to. Maybe I have to risk a sentry killing off all my stuff, and then I can just get it back later, because the amount of tempo I'm losing right now by not getting value off World Tree every turn is staggering. It does require a successful run, but by and large, he's not gonna fail my runs. Hmm. If I could get one of my 6 MU sources by drawing, it would help a lot. So let's draw again. Nope, no luck. Well, uh, what's a cheap thing I can put down so I can make money? None of these. Draw again. There's no point making money and losing the game. So let's or keeping good cards and losing the game. So let's lose everything I don't need. I have a third pinhole if I need it. I'm not gonna have the MU for Reaver anytime soon, so let's pitch it. Simul chip, run gives me a lot of options. Simul chip run is good. If I have to lose programs to whatever damage, I can bring them back. I'm pretty sure I included a spare World Tree because I was bad at this game. I did not. So that's oh, what the devil? Okay. Um, there's no way that I can't make at least one of these work. One of them is probably not Jackson Howard, whatever we call Jackson Howard these days. Uh, make me some money, please. Take clicks. All right, so first click, we drop this. Second click, we bring out the Arbinger. Third click, we'll run server 6. Server 4? 6 is fine. Now, the whole point of doing this was to get more MUs so that I could get a better breaker. So let's take server 4. I'm fairly convinced that these are spin doctors that I'm seeing here. I can't imagine what else these would be other than spin doctor equivalents. The first time you trash, take meat damage. Okay, that's not good. So he doesn't want me to trash whatever this is. Is it a Managarm or is it worse? Let's find out. Also, it looks like we have some people here, so hello all. Welcome to the stream. All right, what do we got? Stavka, Watchtower. Search R&D for a card, add to HQ, shuffle R&D. That is not bad at all. I would happily let that fire. Let all unbroken subroutines fire, please. I'm not going to get to know what he added, which is unfortunate, but there's very little that's going to scare me that much just yet. Do I need to go after the hostile architecture? I probably do, but I think I do it next turn, and I overclock draw to deal with it and get the world tree value. So we're not actually worried about that part. Yeah, I lost the not lost the game. I lost a lot of initiative by not making some blind runs earlier and eating the consequences. That was my fault. And to rectify that, what I needed to do, I'm here. I didn't realize I had to hit that button. You know what I could do if I was insane is I could pay to drop the boat. I think I am insane, and I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. Because I need to be able to get in more easily. That's a super deep borehole. Surely you don't think I was going to trash your super deep borehole now? But I can get in there whenever I want, so now I'm free to set up a little. And The only downside here is I wasted Arbinger for nothing. I guess technically I could get credits off of it, but no, that was just a wasted click. If I had known my plan, I shouldn't have done that. That's okay. Live and learn. It was a wasted plan. Do we run server 6 here? I guess I just take money? Yeah, I think we have to run server 6 and see what it is at some point, but no, we'll just draw for now. That's fine. Just draw. Just draw. Be patient. So, um, ouch. Clear win. Here we go. For those of you not in the know, it's a glitch. When you res super deep borehole, it has no uh I'm still getting the sound effect of having lost the game, but what can you do? For those of you not in the know, when you first res super deep borehole, it makes that sound effect, and you have because you have no counters on it. Um, but then after you first res it and it's loaded with counters, you're not winning the game, obviously. Yep, I'm familiar with the bug. I still think it's hilarious. Uh, yeah, this is one of the advantages of Metropole Grid. Without his channel, I would have literally been like, "Wait, what just happened? Oh no!" I'd be reading it 3 times and still not figuring it out. Okay, now it's an interesting game. Uh, he's gonna want to defend the borehole. I'm gonna want to let it tick down at least twice before I go all in on stopping it. If I stop the borehole, I win the game. I'm pretty sure that's just the case. Do I want to pawn shop something? I don't mind pawn shopping this. I'm gonna flip this face up into something better one day. I don't need to worry about MU right now. I do need to focus on building a full rig that can contest anything and starting to contest things quickly. That's what I need to do. And again, I should have been way ahead of this. It's my fault that I wasted so much time dirtling. So let's do what we should be doing. We have 3MU. That's enough for anything I want. What's a cheap program that I can upgrade into a good one when my run succeeds? Misdirection. There's no tags in this game. That's a good choice. Arbinger, I might want for double value, so misdirection is good. First click. The plan is to go in and upgrade my misdirection. All right, second click. Run for money on HQ. Deck like this, you better believe it isn't running a whole lot of agendas. Okay, that's easy. We let the code gate subroutine, or it's a code gate, so we let the gain a credit fire because he's going to be rich no matter what I do, and the rest we break. All right, continue to movement. Oh, let unbroken subroutines fire, of course. Breach will trigger the endurance first, World Tree second. World Tree upgrades misdirection or upgrades Aesop's pawn shop. It's got to be misdirection. We need a code gate breaker. Let's get it. Buzzsaw. Buzz. Are you serious? A snare? Well, that's unfortunate and unexpected. Uh, draw and remove tag probably is correct. I hate to remove the tag, but it's probably nasty click compression that needs to be dealt with. And server 6 is probably a snare. Every turn I lose the game. Essentially, oh, this is a chat that I need to respond. Up the win screen and everything, but you can use the clear win command to remove and move on. All right, so what did he do exactly? More ice, more money, more patience. I don't think he wins this. Honestly, like based on what I'm seeing here, he's not going to be able to keep me out for that many turns. Half isn't going to work. Stavka isn't going to work. I've got every breaker I need. How much more bad pub do I want to give? I think one more is greed. Let's draw, install. Or do I install and run for value? I think I have to install and run for value. Yeah, I also am building boat counters, so I definitely have to run for value. So let's go archives. His shittiest ice is almost certainly on archives. The one he doesn't want to res. Well, that's not the one he doesn't want to res. And unfortunately, it's the only one I can't break. So I do need to break it with the boat, which is the one thing I did not want to do here. Yeah, this is bad. This is a significant tempo hit at a time I did not want to take a significant tempo hit. Continue to movement. Reach. Endurance charge. So now my boat is out of counters in a very bad timing actually for me. But on the flip side, I can get Beth to always draw a card. I can get DJ Fenris, but I'm not going to be looking for Steve value. I can get Dr. Vnuka Vroiliak for double clicks. This is probably the right answer, because click compression is how I lose this game, and being able to draw multiple cards at a time saves me that hassle. I'm not poor, and letting him mess with what the Beth does is not a good idea. I think I take the Nuka. It's not the best value, but it is the best value for me in the moment. I only get one click with Nuka. That's probably good enough. Next turn I Nuka click. Next turn I Nuka click, and if I want to, I can Mayfly, or I can. Every time that happens, I think he conceded the game because I keep hearing the sound effect of game over, and I keep thinking, yeah, he should concede in this situation because I have a rig and he doesn't. I have the ability to get in and he can't keep me out. He's got one more turn to reinforce this server against my assault. And I really, oh, you know what I can do? I can click Mayfly, flame out Mayfly, run, and break in, and just win. I'm going to lose 1-2 meat damage, 6 credits. He doesn't have a. I mean, I don't know what his game plan is, but I don't know how he can. How can he win with 5 bad publicity? I guess by not worrying about running and money. If I play my cards right, it's going to be his question to answer, not mine to worry about. So Cabinessa Wu for a Mayfly on Flame Out, run, break, and win, right? And if I have to run multiple times, I run twice. So Cabinessa Wu for a Mayfly, hosted on Flame Out. Run server 4. I have more than enough cards that I can happily throw them away when the hostile architecture triggers. Well, that's the archer. That's nasty. What's it going to cost to break? It's going to cost 9 credits. Wow, that's kind of bonkers. Um, that's actually completely bonkers. I'm actually just going for it though. So we're going to use all 9 of the flameout credits to go and just do it. Um, this doesn't get trashed when it's out of credits, right? Yeah, it doesn't. So perfect. We can go all the way to 0 then. All right, we're through. And then we break Watchtower with the Code Gatebreaker and pay a pittance of real credits to trash the borehole. And then we take 2 meat damage, of course. Fully break Watchtower for 1 credit. That sounds like my price. And the best part of this insanity is that I get my legitimate Sentry Breaker down now with the World Tree, which I think is Echelon. Problem with learning a new deck, you're not sure of anything. That is my legitimate Sentry Breaker, and we're going for it. 1 credit, we lost Pawnshop and Arbinger, which admittedly weren't the cards I really want to lose, but good enough. Uh, what else? We can't run for value again this turn, but we can get through this server now for 3, 6, 7, 8-ish credits, give or take. It's not cheap, but we can get through the server whenever we like, is the bottom line. So it's time to start putting Cyberdelias down to reduce break costs, I guess. It's time to get DJ Fenris out. It is in short time to start playing the game. The thing to remember is I have 6 bad publicity, so he has essentially lost the game. At this point, it's just a matter of how I go about winning it. Oh, it didn't. Interesting. Without the card on the board, it didn't trigger the win flag this time. So I see there's 2 people following on Twitch. Hi guys, it's a pleasure to see you, and thank you so much for coming on out. I have to ask, because I'm just curious, are y'all some of my Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup viewers crossing over or whatnot? Agreed. It means the clear win flag code is working. It's just the card re-triggering. Okay, well, I have enough money to run every turn. He has snares. I've killed one of them. He can shuffle them back in, so I'm not completely free of snare risk. I think what we do here, I want Cyberdelias, I have Memory Diamonds, and I have a Dead Flame out. Let's draw. I'm not going to use up Nuka. I'd rather use her to upconvert to a resource at some point. I do want to trash the hostile architecture eventually, but it's not proving dangerous enough to care yet. So draw once. Perfect. When my hand is full of crap, then I'll do it. Run on server 5. Wait, no, hang on. Undo dash click. This is a mistake. I am thinking like a scared person instead of thinking like a bold person. Why shouldn't I run on R&D? There's literally nothing he can do to stop me if I continue to R&D. I've got 21 credits and a boat. Thank you. Alright, what can my Code Gatebreaker do here? Oh, nothing until I actually encounter the ice. It costs 8 credits to break Mousilus? That doesn't sound right at all. Okay, it's 3 credits for 1 strength. I haven't installed the upgrades to the rig yet, so yeah, so it would be super inefficient. Well, it's technically 2 credits, so let's go for it, and let's keep running, because I do want my World Tree value. And I can always boat if he has something else expensive. Alright, continue to encounter ice. It is 4 to break Whoredom by cash, or it's 2 to save 4 credits. I would rather build the boat counters for long-term threat value, so we're just going to pay this one time. and go for it. We've just made him show us all of his ice, so I have no problem with the situation. Endurance first, please. Boat is the goat. And what do I want? Cyberdelia for cheap future runs. Simul chip, there's no program I need back, so Cyberdelia it is. I found another borehole. No action. You can have that. You can res that. You can spend 3 turns gaining money off of a borehole. I don't think you're ever going to win off a borehole. You've given me 6 bad pub. Uh, okay, so we've got our first Cyberdelia. We've made him res half the board. Do I just click for credits? No, I drop my new flame out, and then I draw another card. Yeah, card. New Nuke of Roiliak. So the play now is upconvert Nuke of Roiliak, install new one, and draw 3 cards. That's the play. Or drop the KPP processor, upgrade all these strengths by 2, and then I'm getting it everywhere practically for free. All I need is a dud card. He put another super deep borehole back in his deck? Why? He thinks he can run me out by making me run the server over and over and over. I mean, he's wrong, right? He's got bad pub, but these don't matter, bro. I'm breaking them anyway. I guess he's out of things to do. And technically the borehole is money. 3 credits per turn is nothing to sneeze at. But unlike the typical 40-odd card deck, I'm a 60-card deck, so I'm not running out of cards anytime soon. What's the most important thing to do? I think we just take a value turn here. Let's... I think we Mayfly. Yeah, let's not eat up memory. Let's Mayfly again to get in one more time. So for now, let's force him to pay. How much is a super deep borehole to res? It can't be free. It's like 6? Yeah. Let's make him pay for the borehole before I worry about it. So this is the up convert Nuka Verliak turn, I think. First click we draw. Second click we run HQ. First click we draw. Second click we run HQ. Without KPP, I'm paying 8 credits to make a mouseless. KPP is a good idea to have. And I can get back the memory by hard installing a memory diamond. So yeah, let's Mayfly. No, but the thing is I have 6 free credits for running. Sorry, thinking a lot. With this many free credits, even if he reses the nastiest ice here, it's just a speed bump. Yeah, let's stick with the upconvert plan. I want more value. Let's take a look at HQ though. I mean, he's got to have agendas by now, and I can afford to lose every card in my hand. That's the most important thing. So if I am going to get re-snared, now's the time. All right, it's a nasty Winchester. Let's break it. So he's not resing a super deep borehole anytime soon. 6 credits to break? What is with all of these ridiculously? Because the 3 to pump 2 is really a bad ratio. All right, so we broke that, gained a credit. I think, unfortunately, we actually jack out here. Yeah, jack out. We don't need to get into HQ. But we do want to make the successful run value, so let's go against the hospital infrastructure. Breach. Endurance charge. World tree upgrade Nuka to something sexy. Fenris is probably good. Beth is probably not as good now that he's broke. Fenris it is. And we're gonna go with Cambridge. Definitely. And Do we trash this for free? If I don't do it now, I'm gonna end up losing 2 cards later. May as well lose 2 cards now. But he has yet to show me anything worth worrying about 2 card loss for, so no, we don't do it. And let's pre-install the LED diamond so that I can, or the memory diamond, so that I am free to add the KPP processor next turn. That's it. Rig is complete, and I am ready to start running for massive value and making his life a living hell. Okay, see, I didn't pay 6 and he trashed it himself. That's a really good sign. He knows that's a free server. I bet you at least one of these is a snare. If it's a 2-pointer, he can have it. If it's an OZF, actually, it's probably an OZF at some point, right? I got to be aware of that possibility. But I don't have any free servers to run now. I have to pay no matter where I go. I have a solution. Click Mayfly, please. Host an installed program on the Mayfly. All right, now we can bust this for 9 or whatever insane cost, bust this for 8, but pay with free money and get my Cambridge trigger. So perfect. HQ, please. And after this, I'll upgrade my rig with the KPP processor and never have to pay again. Match strength and fully break for 6. That's reasonable. Man, the lag on this thing is insane. Okay, good. Next. Can we break it with this? No, we don't have the. Yeah, we can actually. What does it cost with the buzzsaw? Oh, we have to encounter. Oops. Let's do that first. Continue to encounter ice. It's 8 to match and fully break with mouse. It is 7 to match and fully break the mouse. So this is actually cheaper. So yeah, we do that then. I don't want these temp credits to tempt me. I'm going to be trashing this hardware anyway, sooner or later. Okay, we're fully broken. Good. So we should be getting in now. Reach. Endurance is good. World tree. The Mayfly into K2CP turbine. Yes. And what do I want back? Not afraid of money. I don't need Reaver Draw. I'd like long-term value if that was possible. I could get more Mayflies. Conduit's a win condition, so is... Ooh, Conduit is a win condition. I don't need a win condition, but it'd be nice to have. I don't need Parisia. I really don't know what I need back. I guess I could take my Mayfly, get the other K2P processor down eventually. Did I ever ditch a Cyberdelia? I did not. Tech Writer's Nyon useless at this point. I think I just take money. Money is bad in no deck, so I'll take Creative Commission ×2, and that's my trigger. And I'll just Creative Commission at the end of this turn. Hey, GFI. Sweet. Drop the new Nuka. And some money. I don't. Alright, so yeah, I was gonna tell him if he wants to concede, he's welcome to at this stage, but I can't think of any way to say that that isn't presumptuous. If I was across the board from me, I would be frustrated at this point, because it really feels like my rig has taken off. His had its shot. His rig failed. He trashed another card that he had just installed to overwrite it with this card. Don't know what this card is. I'm kinda starting to wonder, they can't all be bluffs, right? So maybe I test one of them and see, and if it's a snare, then I get snared. Okay, but why risk it? Surely I can win without it. Yeah, I don't really need to run your remote, bro. You're not about to win without at least one. Oh, this is 0 MU, right? Yeah, sweet. Alright, drop this then. Let's run HQ. This is beautiful. I have plenty of targets for everything. So now, with Echelon breaks this, right? Fully break Winchester. Get my Cyberdelia value. The match strength is automatic now because I match on everything. Continue to approach. Continue to encounter. I have free money for days, so I don't need more money necessarily. I've got halfway through my deck. World Tree is fine. Endurance has. I haven't even used boat counters. I have so many of them. Beth would be nice here. More Cyberdelia would be nice. Let's get more Cyberdelia. Or Simulchip, or whatever. And Grifter value. So we can go with something even more greedy, I guess. Maker's Eye and Conduit. At one way or another, you're going to help me finish this game. Because I can get in for peanut pennies on the dollar anywhere. You gave me the Conduit. That's fine. Archer is fine. Okay. Do I want to last click run server 6? Nah, not really. Let's put down another cheap resource or something. Let's hard install the conduit, guys. I don't know why we're not just going for it. I'm never going to get this by tutor, so I may as well pay for it. If he double economic warfares me, he can drop me to 0 credits. That's pretty bad, but there's not a lot that he can do with me at 0 credits. Okay. If I was him, I would be desperation playing, and I would be putting out an agenda there. So I'm gonna run that, and it's probably just a gain 8 credits, and that's fine. He can have 8 credits. Is he letting me in? He's letting me in. Endurance first. World Tree second. Dead Nuka becomes daily casts for money. Seems reasonable. Probably should have taken Citadel Sanctuary. It's broad daylight. Oh man. So my read on him was correct. He is making desperation plays at this stage. I can just run server R&D, I think. So credit. I don't want to run R&D. I think I just credit up. Why did I not want to run R&D? I guess because I'm not getting boat value, and I know I can do better. At this stage, I can probably drop a diamond, put in another Cyberdelia for the diamond, and then just be golden. I don't know why you're icing that. It can't possibly help you. Have it iced. I'm getting in everywhere for free. So yeah, borehole missing has cost him the game. Oh wait, was I supposed to do this? No. Okay, it doesn't matter. How do I break this? Code gates. Fully break. 2 credits to break, gain 2 credits when you break. That's just such nonsense. Continue to approach ice. Continue to encounter ice. Break with cheapest option. It's not a button. Fully break Hortum. I don't gain credits off that one though. Only off the first one. Reach. Snare. Oh no, okay. World Tree. World Tree down. The Arbinger. It's literally anything's better than Arbinger. No. Stick with the original plan. Cyberdelia is good. Cyberdelia is good. Triple Cyberdelia. I feel like there's been a lot of boreholes coming out of this deck. This time we're paying to trash it. That's fine. And credit. Is it every time or the first time? It's whenever. Then yeah, let's do it. There's no reason not to. I'm getting in there nearly for free. So best make it free then, huh? Oh no, this is not the right one. Code gates. Fully break mouse for 2. Continue to approach ice. Counter ice. Fully break. Horthum for 1. And we're in. See a bunch of cards. Watchtower. Not a snare. Another broad daylight. Another virus counter. There's the concession. GG. Thank you for the game. Agreed. You too. Interesting strat to leverage click compression with the damage and the snares to prevent the borehole steal. Do you have influence for the I still think Zato with border border wall is the better way to go, comma, but this is also big rig shaper. So I had forgotten about that. The tutus. I have clots, but I obviously wasn't prepped with simulship, which I needed to be. I've been experimenting with this concept, but Deer just posted this list, which literally does it better than I had. It's good. I don't think it's going to be S tier or anything, but it's fun as heck and feels like real Netrunner. GG. Alrighty, well, that was really fun. Let me pop over here. It looks like we've got a couple people watching on Twitch. Hi guys, thank you so much for joining and enjoying the stream. Uh, so this is the 4th game now that I've played with this World Tree Woo, and not an ordinary deck, but a big deck. And not only is it the 4th game I played, but it is the 4th win I've had. In fact, I am undefeated in Parhelion because I've only played 4 games, and all 4 of them have been World Tree, and all of them have been wins. I've won against Obwayland. I've won against Borehole Titan outfit, or Borehole the outfit. I've won against a Jinteki that was doing damage and traps, and I forget the 4th one. I opened incredibly poorly this game. If I had been a little bit smarter and more aggressive, I would have built my rig 2 or 3 turns sooner, which would have accelerated the lock. I also vastly underestimated the value of K2CP Turbine in this deck. I didn't realize how important it was to have. I think that because these are such expensive boost options, you pretty much never want to pay to boost. 3 for 1 strength, 2 for 1 strength. In the version of the deck I'd been running, I was using a 1 for 1 with my Sentry Breaker, and I guess I was using the 3 and 2, and I just didn't notice because K2CP. But notice I ran 3 K2CPs so that I could throw away a couple and still have 1 to spare. I also, in the end, was experimenting with throwing in Unity because paying 1 credit to boost 1, 2, 3, 4-ish strength was much more valuable. And and the more important part is here you can't run with this code gate breaker. You need the code gate breaker and the turbine in order to really be at all viable. Otherwise, you're just going to go broke by attempting to run. So, I don't know. I am not yet made up my mind, and feel free to comment if you have your own opinion. But I'm not yet made up my mind which of them is the better way to go to actually make this happen. Um, maybe you run both. And no, but here's the thing. If you just Mayfly, then you break everything. But Mayfly can't be used without Flame Out, and without Flame Out, you have no Mayfly value. You need to flame out the Mayfly, and you need to flame out the Mayfly, and then you need to get in with the Endurance, and that's just a lot of contingencies. Oh, I also had Rejig in my version of the deck, where you trash program or hardware and reinstall from garbage, and that just makes sense in a Woo deck to turn anything you summon into a permanent program. It also is just good, like a Simmel chip number 3 to get back a broken Endurance or program, but it turned out to not be very much necessary. Steve Cambridge, that's another twist, and I think that one is missing from Deer's list and needs to be there. Because man, if you can run anywhere you want, putting pressure on HQ and recurring all of the high value runs and monies is critical. Definitely worth the third pinhole, in my opinion. Um, Better players than me know when and how to use a clot, so I'm not removing it, but it probably would be removed in a version of this deck that was 100% mine. I don't know, man. Uh, Echelon is good enough, I guess. It's not great. It's not bad. Misdirection, Parisia, Arkar, and Clot are each cards that are useless when you don't need them and are game changing when you do. Ditto for Citadel Sanctuary. Beth, yeah, I never felt like I had time to put Beth down. Nuke of Relic is interesting. On the one hand, it's not as good as not daily casts. What's the two cards from Earthrise Hotel? Earthrise Hotel installs for one. I'm going to show you my big whoop deck. Earthrise Hotel installs for one with World Tree and triggers 4 cards and gives you time, and then you can sell it at the last minute to turn it into a daily cast for an Earthrise Hotel. So it's kind of a better fit. On the other hand, Earthrise Hotel can't be installed from hand without feeling really bad. And if you draw it, it feels really bad. You can install Nuka Relic from hand and it doesn't feel bad. So I kind of like Nuka better. I wonder if it's 3 Nukas or if it's 2 Nukas and an Earthrise. And Earthrise is like the high water mark in that regard. Telework Contract is perfect. Does everything this deck needs it to. It's a cheap Aesop slash World Tree fodder when you need it to be, and it's better when you don't. Aesop's Pawn Shop is probably you only use one of the 3 across the whole game, but you probably want it early badly enough to get it. Maybe I drop this to a 2 of, I don't know, 66 card deck, but maybe this is still the 2 of in the 66 card deck. Yes, if I could put 5 flameouts, I would. I don't think I need 2 endurances, but maybe there's enough boat hate that I should keep them. Regardless, the boat is super important. I feel like without the boat, the world tree eats all of your money, so you kind of need both. Or memory, so you really kind of need both. The good news is you can tutor it out, so maybe that makes it a little less critical to find. Maker's Eye, yeah, it felt optional. It's nice and all, but you don't win with this deck by getting 1 good run or 2 good runs. You win with this deck by telling your opponent, "I can go anywhere I want, anytime I want." So maybe what I need is Candelabra or whatever this Caldera, so that I can also deal with net damage as much as I want. Then again, I'm not minting money with this deck. This just happened to be a bad pub match. Without bad pub, I would have been able to afford everything I did, but I would have been clicking for credits every now and then too. 1 or 2 credits per run adds up. 3x Cyberdelia is 3 credits a turn if you're breaking an ice. So 1 credit or 2 to trigger these, and net gain 1 is really nice. Prior versions of this deck that I've tinkered with, I wanted to include Chesvia, but it's too expensive. I had included a multi-threader, and I got rid of it because ultimately I never actually built it out the rig that big, and it's a clunky card if you're not using it. I think Cyberdelia is good enough for making money with breaking stuff. Um, I think I do go to 2 K2CP turbines. But you know what? That's also probably a symptom of me not knowing the meta. Because like if we look at the strength on every ice in, I just picked a deck at random. Brawn is a 6. Okay, Brawn was 6, which is the only one higher than K2CP will hit by itself. Nope, Buzzsaw actually gets there. So, startup base. Oh no, it's a barrier. Okay, yeah. So I've got one card that would need to be boosted in order to get through there. And it's the cleaver, so it would be 1, 2, 3 credits gets me through. 4 credits gets me through a Brawn. 4 credits gets through Brawn. By way of comparison with Paperclip, it's 3 credit. Oh, sorry. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 credits. Yeah. What else? Soka's NBN Control Prison. Endless Eula, that's 5, 6 credits for the paperclip. It's 3 credits for my rig. Funhouse meets. So yeah, actually we do meet strength for every ice that I've seen in every deck that I've been running recently using just one K2P processor. So maybe except this surveyor. This surveyor would absolutely just would absolutely just crush. But then you use a boat on the surveyor and you're good. I guess that's the logic, yeah? I have the boat. So if you're somehow the one thing that I can't beat with one K2P processor, then or sorry, I keep saying processor turbine, then I just switch over to using the boat and I'm still through. Hmm, maybe I'm overthinking it. Let's do this. Let's take a look at another person's game just at random and see what kind of ice they're running and just do a big rig assessment. Oh, never mind, not this game. This is a game in the beginning. Let's look at a game near the end. It's private. Okay, what about this one? Da dee da dee da dee da. Alright, perfect. Near the end, I guess. 3 strength, 0 strength, 0 strength, 0 strength. I mean, the answer is probably yes. The answer is definitely yes. You can also use it to boost a breaker if strength unnecessarily. I shouldn't say that. Yup. Frog Q's ability can be triggered at any ability time. And Mantle specifies it can be used on hardware. Uh, yeah, so all over. Here. Yeah, so maybe I'm overthinking it. Surveyor, 4 strength. My rig still beats it, and as this gets bigger, I start worrying about it less. Managarm, though, that's annoying. So, that's why all the pinholes are there, I guess, for Managarm and Anoetic. Manoetic? Managarm? I think Harbinger is a really good pickup for this deck. I guess the Reaver question is there. On the one hand, I want to say I don't need it. On the other hand, I was so inefficient at the start of the game that I question anything that smacks of inefficiency as being my fault there. Like I should probably have had Reaver for 1 card per turn for half the game. Uh, regardless, this was fun. I hope you all enjoyed watching. Feel free to subscribe and follow. I'm probably gonna do more World Trees runs at some point. And I'm probably gonna be doing more streaming because I love the heck out of this game and I now have an excuse to play it again. Thank you all for watching and I'll see you guys next time.